Stupid bitch. You don't fucking know me. Whoa, what's up? We don't get a countdown, everyone. Sorry, I was just talking shit to the inanimate object called StreamYard. My apologies, but if you want to know how to do it, that's how you do it right there. It's me, your boy, Monk, at MonkMMATics on Twitter, MonkMMATics on YouTube. And if you're seeing me and you're seeing the black square that is, I assure you, is hiding at Lou Betya, then you know what time it is. It is Friday afternoon, and it is the happy hour. I told you guys I would not lie to you. We are back, baby. Monk and Lou's happy hour. Lou, man, but it's been like a month, maybe more. I feel like I'm walking out of a dark room doing this to my eyes. We got fights going on again. Well, the ones that are left standing. How do you feel about this card? Are you excited for fights to come back?
I am thrilled that we're back. I needed the break, I think.
Yeah, I think we all did.
I should also mention this is our 40th show.
Yeah.
We
Get out your. I know you guys are all playing Edward 40 hands. Tape those 40s to your hands. Finish them by the time the show's over. You're a winner, baby.
I'd like to apologize in advance. I took some very bad news a few minutes ago. So I have a heavy heart doing the show. I know you guys do not watch this for gambling advice. You watch it for comedy. I will do my best. I got it. I get what I am in the space. I got it. I got it. But just, I'll do my best, guys. I'm not 100% there. So I'll do my best. We're professionals. Monk's professional. I'm the guy that Monk knows. They let me on the channel. So I will do my best here to break down this card, which is no longer 12 fights because homegirl Eubanks.
I mean, who didn't see this coming from a mile away?
Jared, thank you very much. Just so you guys know, I just found out my mentor, I'm an IT guy. My mentor passed away yesterday. Guy that gave me my break in IT when my hair was down to here. Guy took a chance on me. He said, I think you have talent. I think you have attitude. I'm literally no different as a 45-year-old, but as a 21-year-old, guy took a chance on me. And I work, and my work ethic is, I don't think a lot of you guys realize how hard I work because I don't publicize it. I think Monk knows, Brady and Wheezy know, dude, I fucking do 10 shows a week. I work hard, and this guy understood, maybe you're not the best programmer. Spoiler alert, I am not the best programmer. But he realized that I worked hard, and he gave me a chance, and he realized that, my effort and my commitment to the company, years ago. And me and him have been friends, and not just my mentor, but friends for fucking forever, for 24 years. And he passed away yesterday, and I'm kind of fucking destroyed right now. Whoa. I'm gonna do my I just found this out 15 minutes ago. So I'm gonna do my best to get to the show. I'm fucking mentally destroyed right now. I'm gonna go out and get fucking hammered after the show. But Trip, if you're in heaven, if you somehow realized I'm a fucking YouTube guy, which you would have hated, he's not proud of me for doing this. I guarantee you. He's like, why aren't you a hardcore programmer? And I'm like, hey, bro, I'm running a company and I'm doing IT work. Hey, I'm still true to it. But Trip, if you're somehow listening, love you. Thank you so much for literally shaping me as a human being, as a friend, mentor, everything, dude. Thank you so much, Trip.
So yeah, we should all feel so lucky to have somebody like that in our lives. So he will be missed. Our condolences to you, Lou. And yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys in chat, and thank you, Propaholic. That's love it. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Jenna, Mushroom, Nick, all you guys. Thank you. I mean, I literally just found this out, so I'm gonna, but let's get through the fights, Monk. That people aren't here for that. Let's
do it, and we'll get you on.
Thank you, Ratork. Let me be a pro. Let me be a pro.
There we go.
And before we start, Monk, tell the people your little news lately. Because you're the man, dude. Oh, come on, dude.
Oh, no one said anything yet, but I will disclose a little backdoor deal that me and your guys' guy, Kyle Marley, did. Soon enough, I will be doing content for the DFS Army with Kyle Marley doing the show. I think the Kill Shot podcast with that. So super excited for that. A lot of you guys are YouTube cappers, handicappers. That's not really what I do. I'm more of a DFS guy. I obsess over the numbers. It's kind of my passion. So I'm super excited to get with a bunch of individuals that feel the same way about DFS, which is awesome. So yes, thanks, Lou. I'm looking excited for that.
I just want to make this clear that all 4 of us in the company have done Kyle's show on the and who was the first guy to do it out of the 4 of us? Yeah, it was me.
That's what I said. That's what
I was the first that Marley pulled. Not you, Monk. Not you, Brady. Hey, Brady, you're a nice guy. Fuck you. Hey, Weezy. Weezy, you're a nice guy. Fuck you. You know who Marley took first? Me. He wanted me. And you know what he said? I didn't realize you knew all this DFS shit so well. And I'm like, well, do you know what I do every week, son? Do you know what I do, sleeveless motherfucker? Do you know what I do?
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to rock the no sleeves.
Monk, am I totally,
no sleeves?
Monk, in all fairness, am I totally underrated DFS guy?
Oh,
Nobody realizes I know shit about DFS. And then, like, I go on these shows, they're like, wait, I'm like, yeah, dude, I have like 2 top 20s in like the big guy. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I just defer to make you look good.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's what a lot of people don't know.
Well,
because you do such a good job of it.
That's what I'm here for. All right, so let's get to these fights. So by the way, this fight does not exist, but I want to just make the comment that my bet would have been Cachoeira live, but there was no reason to bet her at plus 200. She was going to lose the first round. You'd have gotten her plus 450 at least after round 1, and that was the smash spot. So let's move on to what everybody thinks is the lock of the century, Johnson knocking out Flick. Let's get to this. Now, I listen to you on Marley because first of all,
you're a company man.
No, well, I enjoy trolling all you fuckers. Like, it's fun. I like going on YouTube to ruin people's lives. Like, I went on Wheezy's Ask Wheezy and I said, Wheezy, here's my question. The cream is not working. Please advise immediately. And you can tell he's like, fuck. Well, everybody's like Wheezy. Everybody's like Wheezy. Ah, this guy. Takedown defense.
Right.
Like, that's everybody's question. So, hey, Wheezy, I'm providing you different content. and Wheezy comes in our chat. And he's
like a breath of fresh air.
Well, I want chaos, dude. Like, yeah, give me chaos in chat. Ask me the fucking most nonsense shit you can. That's kind of why I'm here, man.
Exactly.
So
it's Friday. What are we going to be like? Oh, he gives up 2 points per minute, like for the 48th time this week. Come on.
You know what? Hold on. Can we talk about this real quick? Because I want to talk about lock for a second before we get into it. No, I'm not going to be like an asshole.
Guarantee of the evening.
I want to address the lock stuff, like before we get too far into this. So I'm just going to say this. I stayed out of it for as long as I could in chat. And one of the big reasons I did is one of my best friends in the community is Gordo. I think he's like the nicest fucking guy. And like, I talk to Gordo like literally daily. Like, Gordo and I are like always, not even just about fights, just like, hey, what's up, brother? Or like, or again, he's another guy I could be like, what's up, bish? And he I ruined him. Gordo is one of the best guys ever. When this fucking thing started and he wasn't paid, he said, this is before he went on vacation, I said, do you want me to get involved? I said, do you want me to talk about it? Do you want me to get involved? And he said, I appreciate it if you did. He was like, let me just, So I honored Gordo because he's a dude. And all I care about with all these dudes is that they're going to get paid. So here's what I have to say. Locke is starting to pay people. He's paid Gordo in full. He's paying everybody back. I don't think that Locke is inherently a bad person. I think he made a mistake. I think he compounded it with some of the tweets, like being a little bit arrogant, being defensive. I don't think he's a bad dude. I don't think he like he had me on his show like after a few months, like which I was honored to be on his show. Like, it was an honor. I respected him that much where I was like, that's awesome. I'm getting the call. I respect what he's accomplished, and I don't obviously what he did was not great. And he's, we're in the middle of January and he's already paid Gordo in full, and he owed Gordo the most, and he's paying people back. So here's what I have to say. if you're tweeting about it, like leave him alone. Like there's no reason, like nothing can be gained by like being insulting. Every interaction I've ever had with him has been positive. You know, if he pays people back and he immediately comes back, yeah, I mean, I think he can. I think, look, the important thing is pay everybody you owe. He doesn't need to immediately come back in the space. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he got into a bad situation and then he reacted very, very badly to it. Look, we're all gamblers. We all get stuck and we all make it worse. I think that's kind of what happened. But I don't think he's a bad dude that like his whole gimmick was to con people. I really don't. And I'll say this right now. Like, I hope that it looks like he's taking care of people. I think that's great. Because the most important thing is everybody gets paid. Like, there's a couple of you in the community, not in the chat, not you, Monk, but there's some like police officers in our fucking community that they just need to like go ham on this. And it's like, you're not helping. Like bringing attention to it every hour is not helping. He's doing the right thing right now. I don't think Manpreet's listening. If he does, hey man, I respect what you're doing right now. And just take care of everybody. And like people love a good comeback story. So take care.
Exactly.
So take care of everybody. I think, look, he could literally run right now and not pay anybody. And he decided I have to do this. So he's at least making steps. And a lot of these guys that are like ripping on him in Twitter, I don't think have that character. So I'm just glad to see he's doing it. It's
like I'm glad it was brought to light, but if it shouldn't still be being talked unless you're owed and you feel some kind of way, that's fine. You can say whatever you want.
And like look, for me, all that mattered to me was that Gordo got paid, and he did. And Gordo is like, I wish I was as good a human being as Gordo. Like, I'd have murdered a fuck. Like, but like Gordo, like even said,
yeah,
he doesn't. His feelings. Gordo even said, I just want everybody paid. Gordo is like, if he was my son, and I've never been to Canada, so he can't be. But I'm thinking, but like age wise, like completely, he could be. I would love to know that I had a son that had the heart that Gordo does to like, because
yeah, that was big. I don't know what I would have done if.
But I think that he's like the spokesman for these guys because he was owed the most and he's like respected. And so if Gordo can have forgiveness in his heart, I think that everybody else should have that same level of forgiveness. And that if Locke wants to come back in the community and he's contrite and he realized, because I think, dude, like, yeah, he's probably like, you don't think that he's been his life's been miserable for the last 2 months. Like, and it's the guy again who's treated me very well. He's treated Brady and Wheezy very well. He's treated all of us like pretty well. I just think he fucked up bad. And then his tweets afterwards, like, Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah, that was bad. You gotta put the keyboard down, bro.
And like, you know, he could have told these guys privately, like, look, dude, I fucked up.
Yeah, you just gotta eat. You gotta eat all that shit. And I think
if he told these guys privately, like, look, dude, I fucked up bad. Like, I fucked up my own personal shit.
I fucked up bad. Give me 30 days.
And I think that none of this would have come to the point it was. But he did. Yeah. And so if Manpreet, if you're ever listening to this, I'm grateful that you like even let me on your show. Like it meant a lot to me. It still does. I like to see that you're doing the right thing. I hope that you make the steps to get back in the community. And if you do, I'm here for you to like just to fucking bullshit with and rap with. Like I'm just glad to see that you're paying the people that you're paying. Like I'm not internet cop. Like it's not, by the way, it's not my job to be internet cop.
I don't have the energy for that.
and it's not the job, and it's not the job of some of these other assholes that I'm not going to mention to be like, dude, you weren't owed money. Like it's not like don't do the mean girls thing is not cool. Like it's not
right.
So that's all I have to say about that. You know, and I'm trying to have less hatred in my heart. I say this every year, and then by February 1st, I revert to factory default. And I hate everybody. But it's January. So
yeah, baby.
So let's get to Charles Johnson and Jimmy Flick. That's what the people are here for.
That's what the people want. Charles Johnson, Inner G.
Now, hold on. Now, before you start, we're back on the fight. I heard on the Kill Shot podcast that you don't want to roster a lot of this fight. And I'm very curious for you to tell the people why.
I'll roster Jimmy Flick. Right now his projected ownership is 22%, which is super low for a 22 fighter.
That's very high for a dog.
Yeah, for a 22 fight card, that's pretty low. But I'm gonna that is pretty higher than I was expecting. I don't think it's gonna be that high. I think it's gonna be in the teens. And Charles Johnson's listed at 37. I think he's gonna be like fucking 45 or 50. Everyone's on Charles Johnson all of a sudden. All of a sudden he's some world beater. And yeah, Jimmy Flick hasn't fought in 2 years. That's fine. He'll probably get beat. But I'm putting my money on the Jimmy Flick like probably submission. And Jimmy Flick for DFS as well at 7,200. I think he's one of the livest dogs there is. I think Charles Johnson, yes, he's never been submitted, but there's a first time for everything. And Jimmy Flick is just the guy to submit Charles Johnson. Like, what's Johnson doing for you in DFS? Why is he 40% owned? 2.3 points a minute. He scored 82 points in his win. He gave up 120 against MonkMMATics, gave up almost 3 points a minute on the ground. Both of these guys are just giving out ground points like it's fucking candy. So if this gets to the ground, which I'm sure it will, because this is a shit show of a fight, I'm putting my money on Jimmy Flick. So there's no way I'm paying $9K for Charles Johnson. He's at 37%. I'll have like 15% of Charles Johnson. I mean, I'll have more Javid Basharat than I'll have Charles Johnson probably. So maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe Johnson will come out here and knock Flick out in like a minute and I'll be fucking sad boy. But yeah, as of now, I like Flick better.
So the narrative is Flick's been retired. He's coming back after 2 years, like all this stuff. God, my research notes are like, I can't find my notes. But we just saw a dude come back after like 2 years and he got like a 45-second knockout. Another scrub. But anyway, in what world is Charles Johnson this big a favorite?
That's what I'm saying. This doesn't make any sense.
And I got this dude I follow on Twitter. That's funny. His name's, I think I like him because his name is Bish Bix. Like,
oh
Bish,
yeah,
like you
right.
But he's like, are we done sucking everybody's dick that Charles Johnson is the lock of the century?
Yeah,
and I'm like,
exactly.
yeah, dude, he lost to Zalgas, and I had Johnson by decision. I'm like, I didn't win this one, and then I laughed.
Yeah.
And that's one of those like, I'm gonna quietly collect my ticket. Be like, you guys did great. But dude, he and like Zalgas is like, God, if we retired. He's like, I'm fucking tired of losing.
Zalgas got improperly judged well, he's like retirement.
It's like he's like, I'm fucking tired. And now he's probably looking at this Molina shit, be like, God damn it. Like,
dude, what is wrong with that guy?
Who, Molina? He's a fucking
Jesus. Why would you say the quiet part out loud, as they say?
Here's my 8-second take. He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yep.
You're welcome. Yep. End of take. Charles Johnson like barely beat Zalgas, and like it looked like his leg was dead, and then he's like stomping it out, like. But like, Flick's like dangerous, man. Like, because Flick actually goes for submissions. If you want to go back to Johnson's fight against Makayev, I know he landed 12 takedowns. He didn't do any damage. Johnson kept getting up, but Makayev wasn't really hunting for subs. Flick's literally, if he gets him down once, is like within 1.5 seconds.
You got problems. Him. Yeah.
So like, I don't think you can. And Johnson, like from a DFS perspective, look, from a betting perspective, I never get to Johnson. His KO
Pusha T's favorite fighter, Jimmy Brick.
His KO props even money, and like, really, like, has Johnson shown anything? Even if you look at his LFA fights, he's getting knockouts in like the 4th round. Like, right. It's like he wears the dude out. He's Homer Simpsoning them to like a
minus
KO.
350. Plus that haircut too. Plus the nickname. Like, who's backing this dude? Who is it?
Now, if
Show
you
yourself.
Now, if you want to give me the counter argument that Flick was losing every second against Durden until he won, I got to say this. I think Durden's a lot better than people give him credit for.
That's what I was thinking.
I think Durden's like pretty fucking solid, and Flick found like, but if anything, that should tell you that
That happened to Durden against Makayev too, though. He's been unlucky.
But it tells you that Flick is good against it. Like, I listened to Olivas' show, and I respect Olivas and Santino DeFranco. Like, I completely respect what they do. He's like, oh, Flick doesn't like adversity. I'm like, I mean, I would say the contrary. That like Flick's like, fuck, I'm dead. I got to go for some crazy shit, and then he does. So who's to say that can't happen here? I'm not betting on this fight. I'm not even betting the under because I feel like it's a trap, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a trap number. But like no Johnson DFS, what's his ownership projection? 15, 20?
What, Johnson?
Yeah.
No, his ownership's almost 40% projection.
That's banana land.
It's
dude.
insane. He's
I think
9K.
Flick, I mean, like, because honestly, like, let's say, like, Mushroom and I. By the way, if you haven't watched the Mushroom Prop Show, we already have more views for that show than any prop show I've done. Like, he's every dude that you've ever waited in line to go to Citizens Bank Park bathroom. He's the median. He's the median of everybody at a Phillies game that's in your way to take a shit or piss. He's every guy. And I loved it. I loved every second. Mushroom is the best.
He's Joe the plumber.
He is. And I won my under on the weight.
Oh, big time. There was no chance. I mean, the under was easy money all day.
Dude, Brady's so mad. He's like, why do you even have to mention him in the show? I'm like, dude, you thought he was a fucking fat shit. And I'm like,
yeah.
I said, you know, he's fat shit. And I'm like, dude, he might be like
everybody talking shit.
And I'm like, bro, he's probably like Kobayashi. Where like he's fucking.
You did say that several times.
I'm like, he's like Kobayashi. He's like 125 fucking pounds. And he's like, I'm just short, you bitches. He's like, can I smoke on the show? I'm like, obviously. He's like,
dude, you can do whatever you want.
Can I curse? Encourage. And I'm like, so the only time I ever done a show where a dude had a gravelier voice than me, smoked more cigarettes, and cursed more, all in one show.
You guys got to check it out.
But we both said dude, like Johnson. We both like Johnson round 2 KO. Well, let's say that happens. He's barely 10xing.
Exactly. Yeah. If he doesn't finish I mean, plus even if he does finish it, let's say he finishes it in the first round, he's getting 90 points plus a few sprinklings of striking points. That's it.
Like
he's getting like 98.
Like you never play this in a cash lineup.
Oh hell no.
But Flick, like if you're trying to win a GPP.
You can get Flick in there easy.
The problem is, especially now that Cachoeira's out, is like,
yeah.
Look, we're gonna get to my favorite dog very soon. Flick's not my favorite dog, but like you have to have a lot of him.
You would, and I think that's why his ownership's so high because
what's people he score to win, dude? Monk, does he score 120 in a win?
He could, yeah. Oh yeah, first round sub because if he gets a sub, he's getting a takedown. That's 5 points. But if he's getting some ground and pound,
and he's getting it in round 1.
He's in it in round 1.
So, like, I don't know, man. Charles Johnson, like, sucks. Like, I'm just putting it out there. Charles Johnson sucks.
Yeah, I don't like anything about it.
And his haircut sucks.
His nickname
sucks.
Oh, it's terrible.
Energy.
Terrible. Get out of here. Fuck yeah, the pick. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, I'm not playing Johnson at all.
I have no bet. I do have a bet with this. I have a tracked bet with this fight doesn't go. Parlayed with Basharat because I am like, we'll get to Javid. Oh, dude, come on, man. Like, really? Look, man, I know you donated. Like, we appreciate it, but like, come on, bro.
I had to put that one up.
Look, man, I unblock Couch Warrior. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be like the nicest. I'm trying to be like a nicer Lou. Don't make me unblock. Come on, man. That's the kind of shit that makes me keep you blocked. and also it's a Gire, correct?
I think
it's not a Guire, it's a Gire.
Who knows?
No, I think it is.
No energy. Gyro.
Energy. Right. See, Torque knows energy. What the fuck nickname? By the way.
Because it sounds like energy, you get it. But I'm a G on the inside.
Monk, there's a right and wrong answer. The worst nickname of a fighter ever. There's a right answer and everything else is wrong. What is the right answer? The worst nickname ever for a fighter.
Obi-Wan Shinobi the Pillow.
No! That's the worst nickname ever?
It's got to be up there. That's
wrong.
That's crazy.
Sorry you're incorrect.
It's word diarrhea.
The worst nickname ever. And again, this is not a contest. It's not a perspective
The
thing.
Pleasure Man? That might
No,
be up
that's
there.
a great nickname.
That might
Come
be up
on.
there for the worst.
No, come on. No, Beaston 25-8 is the worst.
Oh yeah,
nickname
no,
of
you're
all.
right. You're right.
Corey Beaston 25-8 to the point where Rogan was like, I remember like Rogan's like, this is a terrible nickname, man. Like he didn't
So
even
you
like,
added on 1 extra hour, but then a whole extra day.
and then he changed his name to Overtime, which like, and Overtime's like a terrible nickname. Awful
That's true,
nickname.
Cage. That's true. Thank you for the donut. He
Pooh
did
Bear,
change it. He's the butcher. He's the
Bear's-
butcher now.
Pooh Bear is
He's the butcher now.
No, but Pooh Bear is thank you, Cage. Pooh
He
Bear.
looked more like Pooh Bear in his last one.
Pooh Bear is a pretty tremendously bad name.
He looked like that in his last
But
fight.
like Beaston 25-8 is like, dude.
Yeah, that's
you come on, dude.
Dude, it's in. The comments all agree Pooh Bear's the worst.
I know, but Overtime, dude, Beaston 25-8 was like, again, when it's so bad that your own team's like, hey bro.
I have a question.
Hey bro.
I have a question.
Your name.
How was it actually spelled? Was it Beaston N apostrophe?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm on board with you. That's
it was like everything, like I mean, dude, and like he had to like put that name out, and his team was like, yeah, so that's not a good idea, dude. And he's like, no, man. He's like, they'll know, and then it's like, well, like once
they'll know what it means,
and then like Rogan immediately being like, this is like on air, it was like, man, this is a really bad nickname.
It was
like Rogan's trying to be like, Rogan tries to be everybody's buddy, and he's like, yeah, this is a really bad nickname, dude. All right, so I have no bets on this, so I want to just all the time we have here is I want you to tell people about how much Argueta should be a free square, because I'm just telling you guys, nobody thinks I know about fucking shit about DFS, but his salary compared to his money line
is crazy,
but makes him like, you can't not play him.
Look, if this gets to the second round, like,
hey, how about this? Monk, let me set you up for something better, because I know you love your 20 maxes, and I know you're going to play. So let's say the people watching this are doing a single lineup. Do you have to play him in a single lineup? And,
no.
And why?
No.
I'll be back. I'm just setting you up.
Because he's 50% projected ownership. 50%. You know how many fucking, just fly-by-night DFS people are going to have? Oh, Rebecca. Oh, let's see who. Oh, Nurmagomedov. Oh, wait, Daniel Argueta. Like, they're just going to build lineups around those three guys. Please don't do that. Could they all finish in the first round and have the three best scores on the card and I sound like a fool? Absolutely. But the chances of that happening are slim. Guys, also, Daniel Argueta, 0-1 in the UFC. Yes, he looked decent against Damon Jackson, who was completely gassed in the last 7.5 minutes of that fight. And now he's got a newcomer with 7 fights on his record named Slick Nick Aguirre. We don't know what Argueta's going to look like. He's only had 1 UFC fight, like I said, 15 minutes. Maybe Slick Nick is good. Who knows? We don't know what he's going to look like because he has no UFC fights, no Dana White Contender Series fights. I'll tell you one thing. His strength of schedule is absolute dog shit, but Daniel Argueta's, while being much better than Aguirre, is not very good. So I think this is a high volatility fight. I think this is a high variance fight. I don't think there's any reason you need 50% Daniel Argueta. Look, take a stand here. Either play like 85-90 or play like 15 or 20% Argueta. Please don't play 50% Daniel Argueta. I'm going to try to get away from him as much as possible because I'm hoping this, if Aguirre can't win, which is unlikely he's going to win, I think if Argueta can, if he can get dragged into the second round, he's going to score like 80 points and we're going to be just fine without Argueta. So that's my argument.
Do you want me to give you a bet?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, no, I'm saying I know people hate these kind of bets, but I'm just pulling it up right now. So the over 1.5 is -130. And one of the things that I told myself,
they put the props out now. I couldn't find a 1.5 earlier.
So one of the things I told myself this whole year is I track all my shit in spreadsheets, but because I bet 4 or 5 different sports. I bet soccer, I track my for the year gambling. My worst sport, to no surprise, was MMA. Right. And this is So I like this over 1.5, dude. Do you know what? No, put Akin's. Let me put this back up. One of my things I'm trying to change this year about why I failed in MMA. It wasn't reads. It was one of the things that like fucked me over the most was cheating big lines by taking their in distance props to cut down on a big number, as opposed to just passing. This fight's the perfect example. Argetta's minus 9,000 or whatever the fuck he is. You know, he's minus 500 something. His ITD props lower, but like he's facing an undefeated fighter who Aguirre's tape is terrible.
Right.
But I want to tell you guys, and I use this fight as my perfect example. Preston Parsons against Evan Elder. Evan Elder took the fight on short notice. He was like 6-0. His tape was like mediocre. Parsons had him in like 13 minutes of arm triangle chokes. His face was purple, and he never quit because you don't know.
Parsons scored like 70 or 80 points.
But even if you're like 6-0 on the regional scene, getting first round finishes, if I don't know like what you're like against adversity, it's hard to bet in the distance against you. So that's my big adaptation.
Not everyone just taps out.
So my big adaptation this year is not betting in the distance. And the thing is Monk, you know me. I don't fucking love my minus 500 shit. I never bet. I'm no juice boy. So
you're no juice boy.
No, I'm the guy like, well, trust me, I got some plus odds props coming up, but like, so why bet the fight? Like, I have no reason to bet this, but this over 1.5 at minus 130, it's like, why are we assuming like Akin just said it? Well, how do we know Argetta's going to run over this guy? And like, there's nothing he's shown me in his tape that means like he's going to, this isn't like Bo Nickel. I'm not going to fucking annihilate this fool. So if anything, if you want to bet it, take a stab on the over 1.5. I like the Rebecca under, but we'll get there. There's reasons I like the Rebecca under, but Argetta's like, they're going to grapple. They're probably going to grapple for the first round. And then what is Argetta going to do?
Slow scoring.
And then is Argetta like fucking Tyson? Is he going to be like, like, no. I mean, I think the over 1.5 is a good look. Minus 130, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to bet this fight at all. I'm just saying, like, for the show, I'll say, like, the over. Like, if I just say for the show, Argetta, what a sharp I am.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like, Aguirre
my sharp take is
Aguirre. I don't think Aguirre is very good.
No, I don't either. I think Argetta wins easily, but I think big fade. That's my take on this.
If it was Brady and not you, and we were doing our Contender Series show, he'd be like, oh, boy, Lou. Aguirre. Like he would say it in his excitable, you know, Brady. I don't know if you guys know Brady, DFS by the numbers. You should go follow him. But one thing I love about him the most is how excited he is constantly. How high energy Brady is. Like I have to like I'm the calm one compared to Brady because he's so high energy all the time.
Oh, it should also be noted, this other stat I threw in, debuting fighters only have a win rate of 40%. So Nick has a lot of things going against him, but Argetta pretty much is basically a debuting fighter. So there we go. That's my hot take.
Just so you know, Marley, because you weren't here when the show started.
He's in the house.
I actually put you fifth. I had to lower you because John Kelly actually responded and said, fuck. John Kelly responded and said, fuck you for P. Ryan. If you guys don't know, like, if you guys don't follow John Kelly, like, obviously John Kelly's the man. There's no way you guys don't know John Kelly. John Kelly decided to win all the money in NFL. Like, by the way, Marley, I don't know not our company, but Killshot, DFS, Marley's show, tremendous.
I heard this last week's show is the best he's ever done. That's just what I heard. That's what the people are saying. That's what the streets are saying.
I actually heard it was the second best show he ever did because when I was on there and brought like the hammer with comedy, I'm like, well, you know, I have to like, what do I do to troll Marley? And then he's like, and then Marley the whole time was like, oh shit, you actually know DFS? And like, I'm like, yeah, bro. Why does everybody think I know what I'm fucking talking about? Yeah, go watch Marley's show every week. He used to do it. Him and Dan Levy doing it every week was like one of my favorite shows. Like, it really was. Like, I never watched Levy's show just on his own. I watched Levy and Marley because I'm like, cool, I'm getting betting and I'm getting DFS. Now, you get that way better here because it's me. I mean, Monk, clearly, obviously, but I'm not biased. I'm just completely impartially. But Marley, go watch Marley's show every week. Like, he does really good shit. He had no idea how to deal with my personality, and I was there for it. I'm like, I'll be sleeveless, motherfucker. You want to see sleeveless? You want to see the fucking guns? Bish?
We'll
Nah.
bring him out.
All right. So I saw that Akin says one of his props here is Nas sub, which is sort of intriguing, but I'm not going to bet it. Kopylov money line and Vieira by decision. Okay, so if you're betting the Vieira fight, like, God bless your heart. If you like Kopylov and that's a fade on Puna, I would say don't even bet that now. Like, why wouldn't you just live bet it? Because he's going to be like plus 400 after round one, dude.
Right.
You don't want any part of this, Marley. You don't want any part of me. You don't want any part of me. Marley, you want me to do a show with Kevin Allen because I'll teach him some humor. I like trolling Kevin. He's fucking funny dude too. But he's not that funny. He's not funny like me. So let's get to the Nas by submission. You know why I'm not betting Nascimento by submission? It's so low. It's like 200. And dude, he's thrown like an average of 20 strikes. When he's on the ground, he's position. He's not even hunting for subs.
Right.
And Hernandez, like, look, Altamirano, I don't know how to grade Altamirano. He seems okay. But Hernandez beat him and was competitive. And I feel like Hernandez is going to be one of these dudes that, like, is going to never be finished in the UFC. Like, right. I think he's going to do – I actually think he's better on the feet. But I don't think this fight's going to play out a lot on the feet. But I'm not convinced that Nascimento can just, like, dominate him on the ground. I think Hernandez can, like, get out of it. Like, the problem here is – and Hernandez is my best underdog for DFS.
I love it.
I also like his split decision prop at plus 1,400. I think it's crazy. Like, Hernandez's last two fights, he's won by split. Nascimento's lost by split a bunch of times. I don't know what Nascimento, like, yeah, he has 20 subs, but, like, so does, like, every Russian we've ever handicapped the last year. Like, I think Askarov has 20 subs if you check his fucking record. I just think that Hernandez can, like, kind of stay out of trouble. Maybe gets reversals. If this thing's on the feet, every minute's on the feet, I think Hernandez is better. Not, like, by, like, large margins, but I think he's better. And could he win, like, a greasy split? Maybe. So I have the splits here. I bet all the splits. I bet the split decision and both to win by split. But, like, Monk, tell the people, like, is Hernandez worth, like, on a card with, like, weird dogs? I don't know that his ceiling is huge. I think his ceiling's, like, 90.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like his floor is, like, he's a good cash game play, right?
For sure. I think he's not even bad in GPPs, especially since we just lost a potentially high-scoring underdog in Priscilla Cachoeira.
What's his floor? 35?
Technically, it's
30?
According to the numbers, it's 23, but I think it's more like 30 or 35. Yeah, like you said, I think it's higher.
But
against Nascimento, yeah.
In a cash game, especially now that, like, there's no Cachoeira.
Right.
Like, I mean, Flick's floor is 0. Like,
right.
It's literally, like, his floor is literally get knocked the fuck out.
You can't play Fior. You can play some Mendonça, but not a ton, probably.
But Hernandez, like,
so, yeah.
I mean, in a cash game, like, you have to get relief. He's not a bad play, right?
No, I'm going to have a bunch of Hernandez, actually. I actually think he can win this fight. The official pick is going to be Nascimento. But if there's no sub, then Nascimento is going to score poorly. And even if there is a sub in, like, the second or third, that might only be 85, 90 points. You're paying 9,100. He might get the finish here and not even 10x. That said, Hernandez has never been finished. He scores much better than Nascimento, who also gives up a decent amount of points too. And he's only 7,100. So I'm going to be probably picking Nascimento, but I'm going to have way more Hernandez. It says his projected ownership is 22%. I don't believe that. I think that's high. Nascimento is probably going to come in a little higher than his projection at 27, just because he's a $9,000 fighter, and but he's probably going to be the lowest owned of the 9K fighters, in my opinion, because he's, Javid's fighting a new guy. Hernandez actually has a UFC fight, and it's a win. So on top of that,
and he's not bad.
No, he's not. I think
he's not good. He's not good.
Yeah, I think Nascimento's gonna have a tougher time here than everyone
He's
thinks.
compare him, Monk. Be a professional. Compare him to somebody from Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Who, Nascimento or Hernandez?
Hernandez. Is he is he above Don Flamenco?
I was gonna say Don Flamenco.
See,
I was gonna put him in Flamenco because Flamenco, the first one, like, yeah, he lost, but then he learned some shit and came back for another round. He was much tougher.
Parker Porter is King Hippo, by the way.
Oh, 100%.
Like he's literally him.
He literally has a bandage of
like
X,
like I
a
like
white
I think,
bandage on as an X on his stomach.
Like I think Bald Bull kills Hernandez. I'm not sure Flamenco.
That's
does.
different weight class though. That's white Derek Lewis, Bald Bull. Actually, I think he's Turkish. Maybe he's Turkish.
All right. Who wins, Carlos Hernandez or Piston Honda?
Which one? I think Hernandez beats
the first one.
Don't let Piston Honda's
I love it, by the way,
handsomeness fool you, because the first Piston Honda was bad.
I love that you asked which one. I appreciate that you said, like, well, which level? No, like the first one.
Yeah, I think he does beat him, but
I think Hernandez beats Von Kaiser.
Oh yeah,
I think Nascimento beats Von Kaiser.
Charles Johnson loses to Von Kaiser. Well, we can't do this. It'll just happen all night. Now that's going to be in my head.
Hold on. Well, where's Brady? Is he going to be like, no, if you do that song too long, we're getting like.
Actually, yeah, we'll get DMCA or whatever the streamers say. What a good song. Yeah.
Metallica. I mean, I can do the Metallica. And I won't do the back. Yeah, one of these days, I'm gonna do like The Rock did on Raw one time. I'm gonna do the Rob show, the Lush. And be like, hey, what's up, motherfuckers? Oh, you live in Canada? Oh, you live in Canada? Okay, now come on, man. I'm here for the people. Nobody gives a fuck about my opinion. I'm just there to,
Oh, this is your boy.
I'm like Fallon, except I'm funny.
Yeah, Fallon's not funny. You don't want to be like
because Jimmy Fallon is like the worst.
Yeah.
And then if you watch Jimmy Fallon, fuck out.
This is your boy, the Snow Leopard, Javid Kasharat.
Snow Leopard,
because he's so good in cash games. Put him in your cash games. Javid Kasharat against Mateus Mendoza. I don't know anything about this guy. He got a first round finish in a
Mendonca.
Whatever. He's got the C with the thing on the end. I don't know how to say that, man.
Mendonca.
So he did get a win, a first minute finish, DWCS fight. That means nothing to me. He's $7,000. Javid should cruise here, right?
Boo Eagles.
Javid should cruise here. Am I right?
Well, I'm totally biased here. I
mean, there's no chance Basharat loses this. So
I mean,
it's probably going to go to decision. He's probably going to score poorly, and I'm probably
well. Hold on. Hold your
32% ownership is a lot.
I'm gonna need you to calm your fucking tits.
I'll calm him.
So let's look at Basharat's 2 fights in the UFC. First of all, I've told the story probably every time he's fought. I think he's only fought once since we started doing the show. His fight against Aaron Kalin after the fucking Israeli, after this motherfucker missed weight and then called him a terrorist. And then Basharat,
oh yeah, the DWCS.
And Basharat could have beaten him in like the first round. He's like, nope, you're gonna fucking pay. And he's like, yep, I'm gonna tap you out like 2 minutes left. I fucking love everything about Basharat. His fight IQ is crazy good. Like, I said on the Chronic Combat show, I think Basharat's a future title contender. Like, that is how highly I rate his skill set. The Trevin Jones fight, it's nerves. He still won the fight. But the Gravely fight, he that
was impressive.
But he was wrecking Gravely. And Gravely, the only reason he didn't get a finish is Gravely showed like some toughness that he doesn't usually show late in fights. But Basharat was just fucking wrecking him. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the thing here. Mendonca, his regional tape is not great.
Trash.
There's a guy we're going to talk about soon who I think has like way worse tape. I don't think Mendonca is bad. He's one-dimensional. He comes forward, he throws punches, got power. But this is not the guy you want to fight. And like Basharat is such a good counterpuncher. He's so smart. I think Basharat's like the smartest fighter on the roster. Like his fight IQ is crazy good. I don't think people realize how smart this guy is. The way he moves, he stays out of trouble. Like Gravely got him down. And he's like, okay, like and you can tell he's like, fuck, all right, and then he got out of it.
Right.
I think if this Basharat has all the takedown upside here, like 100% of it. I think Basharat can take him down and sub him. I think the Basharat sub props intriguing, but again, I said from the jump, I don't want to bet in the distance props against guys that haven't lost. I think this is weird matchmaking by them, to be honest. It's almost
super weird.
But I think Basharat does what he's done every other fight. I think he passed this test with flying colors. I think he probably, I don't think he wins by knockout. I think his sub's possible, but I just parlayed him, and I hate making these.
If you're gonna parlay, he's got to be in.
But you know from dealing with me for a year, I hate making bets like on juiced fight. Like I hate these kind of bets. But man, I think he is just gonna. This is a showcase fight, man. He is gonna just take. Yeah, well, if you watch this show ever, you know what pays more? Round 3 KO. Pays more. Round 3 pays more. I just think Javid like kind of wears him out and like takes him down. It's not even a good live bet spot because I think Javid just like from bell to bell.
Agreed.
Kind of like now from DFS. I feel like is he going to be like the lowest owned guy in that range?
No, Nascimento will probably be lower owned, but I wish he was.
You realize that like Javid has literally all the takedown upside in this fight, and like he can control him. And look, he's not like a control and do nothing guy like Nascimento. He is a control and like
active
fucking rain down hell guy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I like Basharat. I'm probably going to put him in my single entry lineups, to be honest. I know a lot of people are going 94, 93. I'm probably going Umar and Javid. That's who I'm looking at, to be
like out of
honest.
all the 9K guys. So Nascimento least and then Basharat.
As far as ownership, I think so, yeah, because Johnson will stupidly be owned higher than that.
Like, who do you want more? Do you want Basharat? They're the same. They're the same salary except $100. Do you want Basharat or Umar?
Man, if I have to, my initial thought is Umar. My initial thought's Umar.
But if you're taking so long, then you're taking the guy that costs less.
Right? Yeah, that's
true. In all fairness, I realize that like Umar's minus 12,000 or whatever the fuck he is.
Yeah, now. I don't care about all that.
But like, he's facing a dude that's at least like a veteran who's pretty tough, whereas Basharat's fighting like literally like a jabroni.
Jabron.
Like he's facing a 1-round guy that like it's not like Umar's like can we guarantee that Umar's just gonna like get every takedown he wants the second and third round? No. But like, could Basharat get every takedown in the second, third round here without resistance? You better fucking believe he could.
Yeah,
like I believe in this fight more than
I like the combo of Umar and Basharat together. I really do. Because everyone and their mom's gonna have Rebecca.
No, I don't like Rebecca. I don't like Rebecca at all, dude. He's like first round knockout dependent,
which could happen, but maybe not. I think we're getting into that one.
Umar is not first round knockout dependent.
Oh no, Umar's almost 3-round decision.
I feel like Rebecca is finish dependent, like based on the style of that fight.
Well, we can just get into it.
Well, here we go, son.
And his nickname has changed.
Hold on.
It's who decided? Else now.
Dude, who let Brady in here?
I don't know. Somebody opened the door and in came Brady. So.
Is Brady only here to promote his 7:00 show? That hoe.
Well, shit. We better hurry it up then. Mateusz Rebecki against Nick Fiore. A short notice replacement here is Fiore. I don't know anything about him except for his strength of schedule is the worst on the card. It's really, I've been saying all week, it's like Trayshawn Gore levels of bad. Rebecki should smash here. Everyone's going to have him in their lineup. It's so boring. I mean, how do you feel when you click that little button next to Rebecki? Does it make you feel something? Because you're just doing what everybody else is doing, guys. Go under on Rebecki. Yeah, could he come out here and finish Fiore and score 130 points and be the fucking lightweight Sergey Pavlovich? Sure, I guess, maybe. I'm willing to put my money on that he's not going to be the lightweight Sergey Pavlovich, and that if this gets past, the first round, you just threw your 9,400 out the window. So give me Umar and Javid. I'm going to be fading Rebecca. Yes, I'll still have him, probably, but well under the projected 50%. I, in fact, think he's going to be closer to 60% owned by the time fight time comes around. So just, yeah, he could score a lot. We have no idea. Neither guy has a UFC fight. What are we doing here? Go under on Rebecca.
So let me ask you, fight nerd Monk.
Yeah.
Mr. Historian. When's the last time you remember a guy making his debut off the Contender Series being the highest salaried guy on a card?
Oh God, I have no idea.
Has it ever happened?
I mean, let's see if I can. We could just, if you
come on, nerd.
If you want to vamp, we can all quickly look through.
Come on, you nerd.
The past fight cards.
Monk, what are you here for? This shit's supposed to be at your fingertips, you bitch.
Well, you gotta set me up, man. That's a bad setup.
Well, no, I'm tired of setting all you motherfuckers up.
That's a bad setup.
You need to know. You know why?
Christian Rodriguez, did he have a fight over Josh Weems? Christian Rodriguez is 94.
No, he lost his first fight.
Mike Jackson. Oh my God.
I already know the answer to this, dude. It's never happened. Well,
Jesus.
Dig through your shit. Go ahead.
Never happened. Never. Really. That's interesting because you ever hear of a guy named Joe Pfeiffer?
No.
Ever heard of him? Heard of him? 97. The highest, not only the highest salaried guy on the card, the highest salaried fighter that we've ever seen in DraftKings history.
No, because any fight against Alan Abdosky does not count.
9,700. I accept your apology.
By the way, this may have also been.
Zellhuber was 9,400, but he was not the highest. He wasn't the highest. There was a 95 or a 96.
I'm going to need all you hosts to shut the fuck up, just to let my narrative
Thank you,
go.
Prince of Mischief.
All right. So anyway, so number one, this is the last episode of the show ever. All you people in chat can suck my cock. Monk, suck a cock. No, I'm kidding. But like, okay, so the point is, Pfeiffer was fighting Amadovsky, so like that was That's
true. That shouldn't count.
Amadovsky, thanks. Zellhuber probably killed everybody's lineup, and I know he killed me in betting. I know that motherfucker killed me in betting. my point is this: at this salary, making his debut, for a guy that doesn't really have takedown upside, he's first round KO dependent to really like.
And look, even if he does it outside the first minute, what's he going to score?
Hold on. I'm just going to say this. Can I imitate Brady?
Yeah, that's why I put that up.
Can I
Amadovsky a bum?
Oh, that's good imitation of Brady.
Thanks.
So like, I have a pretty good Brady imitation, but not like that. Hold on, where's Brady? As he leave, he just popped it. Is Dan Hooker a bum? Hey, Wheezy, is Dan Hooker a bum?
Is Dan Hooker a bum?
And then I'm just gonna read it in the voice that I heard it like afterwards, and the way he private messaged me. Dan Hooker is not a bum. I feel like Rebecca, but like Fiore is like he's way better than Aguirre. I'll tell you that much. Like,
gotta be.
No, he is. He's
as far as guys that are related to Chef Boyardee, Fiore is better.
No, well, I like that. That's a great metric. We need to, dude. If you can tell me how to track that in a database, like I'm here for it. I'm like Fiore is like his tape is way better. Like I kind of think this line is crazy, but like Rebecca's a real. He looks like a real deal, and he looks like he's got some skills. But dude, like this
fight sucks.
It's a big salary for a guy that like doesn't really grapple. Like he's not taking Fury down the whole first round.
Right.
He's knocking him out. And if he doesn't knock him out, like with Pfeiffer, it was like he's gonna knock Amadovsky out because also it's Alan Amadovsky.
Right, yeah.
And the fact that fight went more than 2 minutes, like, dude, you know I rostered you, right? Like, dude, I think his round one KO is like minus 170, and I took it anyway. I'm like,
who, Rebecca or Pfeiffer?
Yeah, I think it was like, oh no, I had round one, round two at minus. I was a pussy for once with this kind of bets. Like round one, round two was like minus 240, and I'm like, Yeah.
There's value there.
I'm like, well, that's his money line, because if this thing hits the third round, he's the worst.
Right.
He fucking sucks. And then but he dicked around for a little bit. Like, he fucking screwed around. Like, dude, Amidovsky, you can beat him in
maybe Amidovsky was like, my parents are watching. Can you just wait till the third minute?
Look, I know these guys are trained fighters. I'm not trying to be like Philly tough guy.
No, Amidovsky'd probably whoop my ass. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
But if you said you can fight one UFC guy for all the money, that's the guy I'm picking.
Hell yeah.
Him and Jamie Pickett are the guys I'm like, yeah, I can beat them.
Yeah, I'm picking Amidovsky.
And with Pickett, it's just can I throw 30 punches around? because if I could out volume Pickett. With Amidovsky, I could do the old pro wrestling, hey, look over there, and he looks and
yeah, you can beat him with some Laurel and Hardy type shit.
Like Jimmy Hart can distract him with the megaphone. You got it, Lou, baby. You got it. With the megaphone, I'm good. So, all right, we got to.
Here's a fight I'm actually interested in for DFS,
and I have a strong take on this one.
I'm actually interested in. I'll keep it.
I don't know your take here, so I'm very curious.
I mean, one guy's going to sleep. I'm personally picking the UFC vet. I'm picking Al Hassan to get Ribeiro out of there early, first round. I'm putting him in a ton of lineups. I'm putting Ribeiro in a fair share of lineups as well. This is easily my highest owned fight. We have a debuting fighter here in Ribeiro. Al Hassan, obviously, if it gets out of the first round, he doesn't win. So I'm looking forward to a first round KO from Al Hassan. One of these guys is going to sleep. I tell you what, if this is a boring fight that goes to the third round, I will be in shambles. The whole community will be in shambles. So, I mean, I'm going to be rostering this fight just because I don't think either one of them can survive that long. So, give me Al Hassan for the win. What do you got, Lou?
I just I have some money.
Are you fading this one?
No, so I have some money issues. I was with Tommy Smash Lopez, Tommy earlier, and my buddy Pat McKenna that I graduated college with was out, and then he fucking left, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm out of here. And then I came home to do a show, and he's like, all right, I bought you 2 beers at the bar, and I'm like, great. So now I know where I'm going literally after the show. Sorry. I love Al Hassan here, and I'm just gonna warn you guys that I'm 0 for Al Hassan in my life. But Ribeiro, man, I wish Brady was in chat right now, because we taped Ribeiro for a Contender Series, and Brady was like, dude, this guy is the worst. Ribeiro is not good. And I know he beat a Jack Hashim, and he's terrible too. I was super impressed. In fact, Mushroom's in chat. If you guys haven't watched the prop show with Mushroom and I don't care if you don't care about betting. It was fucking hysterical. It's 30 minutes of comedy. I was basically fucking Letterman and just letting him. Mushroom was the best. No joke. Mushroom killed it. Killed it. Is Ribeiro a bum? Ribeiro is a fucking bum, dude. He's a fucking bum.
Bum.
Now I say this a lot, and I've said this a lot on our show for the last year, that you can't learn anything about a dude that wins in 30 seconds. You learn nothing about a guy that wins quick fight.
Exactly.
That's what Bear did. There he is. Is Dan Ige a bum? I almost wish that if I was sitting next to Brady, if me and him were on a couch or at a bar watching that fight, because I know he was rolled up on that, he would be he reminds me so much of my friend Crooked Steve that passed away years ago, that I went to college with, where he's so calm, doesn't say much, but when he says shit, it's super funny. Nobody gets out. Brady is Brady is legit one of the funniest human beings I know. And I know a lot of the community doesn't see it on the regular. Brady's fucking funny as shit, dude. But I could see him he'd be like, is Dan Hooker a bum? Shaking me. And I'd be like, he's not a bum. He knows, dude. I don't care about the stat. Here, I'm going to put this metric up. See this stat? This stat means nothing to me. I'm not a slave to stats like all of you, and I'll tell you why. The third round of the Al Hassan Buckley fight, I've never been more impressed with Al Hassan. He moved to elevation 2 fights ago. He won the third round against Buckley. He was the fresher fighter. And this is very important. He realized he can go 15 minutes. He can be active. This isn't like the Malkoun fight where Malkoun just like fucking dumped him over and over and over again.
Right.
Al Hassan went for takedowns, was on top, was active, was trying to win a fight. He knew he was down 2-0. That's shit that impresses me. Like, that greatly impresses me. So I know Al Hassan's never won a fight that's gone out of the first round. I get it. But how many trends have you bet and you're like, fuck, I ruined that trend? If you're Al Hassan here, don't you kind of go to the takedowns? Brady thinks I'm crazy, and I can't believe I'm going to give a shout out right now, but I'm going to do it. When I did Couch Warrior, put up a prop in the Chronic Combat show that I'm like, yeah, Al Hassan by decision is 10-1.
Jesus.
D1 Al Hassan. If he goes to the takedowns, well, but that's what he's been training on, man. If he goes to the takedowns for 2 rounds, he may not feel like he has to go for a finish in the third.
True.
And I look, what better way to get a -105 guy to 10-1? But I'm not getting greedy. And look, any of you guys betting Al Hassan's -105, his in the distances +130, don't get greedy. Just take him. 105 is a great price if you like him. What do you don't need 35 cents extra. Do you really need 35 cents extra for this? Like, he could win by decision. I could see it. Ribeiro's pretty fucking durable. Like, I think Al Hassan's going to control him. And for DFS, at the price, any win condition for him pays you over 100. If he wins by decision, it means he went to takedowns. Like, there's no way he wins by decision and he didn't use a ground game.
Oh, right.
Or he knocks him the fuck out and he gets you first round. I think any win condition from Al Hassan, you have to have some Ribeiro. Like, I get it. You have to. Like, the winner of this fight's getting 100 points. Easy.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't Blagoy against DeLima.
No.
But I think Al Hassan, like, I really do believe he could utilize grappling. Like, dude, his move to elevation is big, man. That's a big, like, he's a different fighter. And look, he's 38, but you know who my favorite boxer is? Bernard Hopkins, man. He was like fucking defending the title
50.
at 40. Right. Well, but you can fight smart. And I think Al Hassan's kind of learning. Look, man, I made my name on being a violence guy, but dude, that third round against Buckley, man, that was super impressive.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's no moral wins, but dude, he almost stole that fight. Like, he really almost stole that fight. So
yeah, that would have been insane.
Al Hassan's one of my very few bets I have on this card. I love him here.
Love it.
And again, I can't stress enough. I am 0 for my life on these fights. or as I tell Weezy, friends don't let friends bet on Al Hassan.
That's true. It's his favorite fighter.
But like, man, I fucking love him here. By the way, I'm just gonna say this before I smoke a cigarette. Umar, I have no thoughts. Get the DFS.
Yeah, Umar. Excuse me. I like his basically a smash spot here. He'll probably be one of my highest owned fighters of the week. I like Raoni Barcelos. I think Umar gets it done here pretty easily. Yes, Barcelos has a fantastic takedown defense. No, he's never fought anyone that's going to be going for takedowns like Umar Nurmagomedov. The guy scores 5 points a minute, 108 when he wins. He's not the most expensive fighter on the card. Yeah, if you like Barcelos, this is a great spot. He's $2,000 cheaper than his average salary. Scores very well, almost 4 points a minute in his last 5. But I think his takedown defense is going to be tested here. I think it's going to fail. And I think Umar Nurmagomedov is going to rack up takedowns. He's going to rack up control time, probably some ground and pound. And whether this goes to decision or finish, I like Umar. His ceiling is, according to the numbers, 110, but probably a little higher than that, in my opinion. So give me Umar Nurmagomedov. Like I said, I'm probably picking him along with Javid in a ton of my lineups. It's really a no-brainer. I'll definitely have more of him than I will have Rebecca. So let's keep it moving. Ketlin Vieta going against Raquel Pennington. This is pretty much a nothing fight as far as DraftKings. If I'm interested in one side, it's the Pennington side. She scores better. That said, not well at all in wins, 85, 86 per win. I wouldn't trust her for cash, but if you have to, then it's a mid-range throwaway that I'm not too mad at. But give me Raquel. Her DFS numbers are better. Her strength of schedule is better. She's 4-1 in her last 5. I mean, both these women allow a ton of takedowns and control time. If this stays on the feet, I think Pennington has this easily. She's just got to avoid going to the ground with Vieta. So give me the cheaper fighter in Pennington, but I'm not interested in this fight at all. Ownership is 20% basically for both of them. I'll probably be right around there, maybe a little bit under for Vieta. So what do you got for this one? Any fun stuff for this one?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just it's been a tough show to get through, dude. It's the mental, my life, right? I'm sorry. So I bet all the split decisions here. I like this is a Tim Troiano Lou special, plus 350 split. They're both plus 700. You bet all three angles. And just root for like literally nothing. Yeah, Lou is definitely, he knows. Like, yeah, I mean, that's his. Like, I have two split decisions tracked on Bet MMA tips. This is one, and the Hernandez Knox is the other one. But like gun to my head, Pennington, because I think she has a style that judges like more.
Yeah,
and also like she's kind of really weirdly underrated. Like she's. Like she never gets beaten badly unless she's facing like the top tier of the division. But yeah, let's move on.
I love it. Love the Pennington side. Here's a decent one. Punahele Soriano going against Roman Kopylov. I like Soriano here. I don't like Kopylov's DraftKings numbers. They're terrible. He's going to have to show me something before I roster him, basically. He's one of two $7,700 fighters. I prefer the other one much more than Kopylov. So give me Soriano, 8,500. He has not huge, win potential. High ceiling of 130. Tons of KO potential here. And even some wrestling potential, if I'm hearing correctly. So give me Punahele Soriano, hopefully for the early win over Big Chase Hooper.
Oh, is it my turn to talk?
Your turn now.
So, like I watch tape and I care and whatever. I see Akin has Kopylov. What's crazy is like Gordo like loves Puna here. And I think there's definitely a path where like Puna can bum rush him because I don't think Kopylov likes pressure.
Yep.
Yeah, like I honestly would like to. I have interest in live betting Kopylov round 2. Like, I don't have interest in getting like Soriano's minus 155 and his KO is like plus 130.
Yeah.
And I don't know what decision equity Soriano really has because, like, I love these people on Twitter who are like, oh, he has grappling. Like, dude, but like, so you're assuming he's going to be like D1? Like, at least with Al Hassan, I saw that like Al Hassan like actually can go to grappling. He proved it in a fight in the 3rd round of a fight when he was gassed. He proved that he can do it. So when I'm sitting here saying Al Hassan can go to the wrestling against the guy who has no wrestling, at least I have like a modicum of proof. Right. I have no proof that Soriano is going to the grappling. Here's what I know about Kopylov. He stinks.
He stinks.
He got subbed by Carl Roberson. And like and Duraev like owned him, and Duraev stinks too. But like, it's Puna, man. Like I put up, let me just put this up. Yeah, see, and this is my problem. Not my problem. This is why I'm not betting it. Like there's a very clear Puna could knock him out in the 1st round. Like, it was not surprising if Puna knocked him out in round 1. Dalch just stinks, dude. Like, Dalch is very bad. Like, could he kick my ass in case he comes to the stream? Like, could Dalch kick my ass? Well, I don't know. I mean, I smoke. But I feel like I can run around. I smoke, but I feel like I can run around for 5 minutes and maybe I have a cardio advantage like in the 2nd round. I'm also like a crazy motherfucker. It's like maybe I don't know, I can put on some weight. But like, so why bet this pre-fight? Like, if Puna kills him, it's in the 1st. And if I don't bet it, then I don't lose the fucking thing. But like, Kopylov like is good at body kicks. Like, the one thing he's good at is like going to the body. And as like an old-time boxing fan, and I've said this on our show so many times, I love dudes go to the body. Like, because nobody does it. Like, and in boxing, like my favorite boxers are the ones that, like, fucking work the body. Like, sap that tank. So you're already talking about Soriano having like a suspect tank, and Kopylov's like one thing is like kicks to the abdomen. if Kopylov can land some early and keep this distance, I think he's super live as the fight goes on. But also he stinks, and like he's not good, and also he has no get up game. Like if Soriano does take him down, he's not getting up. Like that's the round. But as a live bet, I find him intriguing, and like see what price you can get on Kopylov like after round one. If he hasn't sustained damage, like if Puna doesn't knock him out in the first, he ain't knocking him out in the second. I know he knocked out Dalcha in the second, but he was close. Like he was on the verge, like of knocking him out in the first. Like he was already damaging him badly. I'm saying is if you don't think Kopylov's like on his last legs the corner, he's probably going to be plus 400, like easy, and then he's a great bet. But I have no interest in bet. And for DraftKings, man, this is tricky, Monk. I think this one's like the diciest one because Soriano's ceiling and his floor are like so disparate.
Right.
Whereas Kopylov, any win he gets, he's paid you, and he's going to be low owned as fuck.
That's true.
Like if he gets a win, I know you and I talk about like Marley's in chat. I've stole his phrase from Marley years ago. I know he did, or a year ago. I know he didn't make it up, but like talk about dudes that break the slate.
Mm-hmm.
Kopylov's a dude that can fucking break. If Kopylov gets like a second round finish, like if Puna's gas and Kopylov finishes him, he's breaking the fucking slate.
Well, that's exactly what happened in his last fight. He was $8,000.
He's breaking the slate. He has the potential to break the slate more than any dog because I think Puna is going to be so heavily owned because people are going to be slurping his first round KO. I think Kopylov is going to look. You got to go contrarian and win $100,000, right?
Sure.
He's a great contrarian play. Like never in cash. You 0% play him in cash. But you got to get like I'd almost be overweight to the field on him for the sole reason of like if he comes through, you've eliminated a lot of the field. I really think that that a win from him ruined. Where's Marley? Talk. Speak, oh great one.
Well, he did this in his last one because he was no ownership. He was $8,000. He scored 80 points with a third round finish of D. Carrico, and he made the optimal lineup. So this all just happened in his last fight.
But I mean, if Puna gasses like fucking A, dude, Kopylov could just kick him into oblivion and like at 7,700. Look, it's not ideal. Like you want him cheaper. I get it, but like nobody's gonna have this guy. Like True. He's the same price as Strickland.
Right, that's what I mean.
And Strickland's going to be like
people are going to be on Strickland.
He's going to be 40%
minimum
because he's main event. He's going to be. So I'm saying is like we'll get to Strickland soon, but like Kopylov's like really intriguing here, dude. Like as a DFS play, as a contrarian play, I wish Marley would like fucking talk and chat, but like he's a super intriguing like against the grain play.
True. He'll be top 5 or bottom 5 as far as ownership.
I'll leave it at this. If you have a Puna ticket, this fight starts the third round. How good do you feel about it? You probably hate your life.
Depends on if he's been wrestling or not.
You either way, you're like, fuck. You're like, why hasn't he murdered him yet? Like you don't feel good. You don't feel good, dude.
That's probably true.
I mean, I like what Akin's saying. Like he's on Kopylov, but I'm telling you right now, I would rather just live bet him. I think you get such a good dude. You get such a good price on him after one, and then like if he dies round one, you didn't lose a fucking penny.
Right, that's true. Next fight, co-main event, interesting one here. Seems to be split fairly even down the middle between people on either side. Dan Ige,
Marley knows.
Damon Jackson.
That's not like a ring of confidence. He says they don't hate it, but like,
right.
Sorry, me and Marley are already making plans. I'm gonna wrestle him.
Ige and Jackson. What do you got for this one? Because I'm on the Jackson side.
Yeah, I can see how you're on the Jackson side, and I don't hate you, but you're wrong, and I hate you.
Well, Dan Ige doesn't do much for me as far as DraftKings goes.
And this is where I think that he is another guy that breaks the slate because I think this is a big step down for him, and Jackson's like striking defense.
Why are people saying he has the grappling advantage, the wrestling advantage?
I've never heard anybody say that.
Dude, many people are saying that. They're like, watch out for Dan Ige's wrestling.
What
the fuck? What wrestling?
Jackson decision only is kind of an interesting play because I do think that if Ige, like I just mentioned a guy, if you have a Puna ticket round 3, how good do you feel? If you have a Damon Jackson ticket round 3, you hate your life. Because Ige, you know, his cardio has always been like fucking sick. He's tough. Like, and Jackson, like, look, man, he gets takedowns. Let's forget about the Sabatini fight. He lost his brother. Nobody was beating him that day. And also, I don't expect Jackson to run across the cage and just like knock fools out. It's not really his game. And he can't knock out Ige. That's just like, could he submit him? Maybe, but like Ige's pretty defensively responsible on the ground. Like Korean Zombie, like just owned him.
Right.
But like Ige was Ige every round. He's like, let's go, bitches. Like Ige's tough and he's a warrior. And I think the longer this fight goes, Jackson, you know, known cardio issues and also susceptible chin. And Ige,
Right.
you have to agree, this is a step down from like
Mushroom. Oh, yeah.
Mushroom and I talked about this. I have FanDuel back finally, and I've still yet to make before I rage quit for a year. But like, I like Ige round 2, round 3. I don't think Ige wins round 1, but like, Ige's another great live bet spot because Jackson probably just takes him down first and like controls him, and then Ige's like, let's go, ho. Like,
right.
He'll take no damage, and you know. Again, I have round 3. I've bet the prop round 3 Ige KO plus 1,600. At his salary, any finish he wins. But if he just has like 1.5 good rounds with a lot of volume, he's probably paying off that salary even in a decision. Not by like he's not in a decision win. He's not world beating. He's not getting 110 points. But he's probably getting 90. He's paying off his number.
True.
I know his look. You're looking at his past numbers. But look at his opponents, Monk. Come on.
Yeah.
But he's fighting like world beaters, dude. Like, come on, man. And Josh Emmett, like, where he had to be like, I don't want to die. Like, the whole fight, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Like, I'm saying is, I think...
Like, Evloev is impressive. You know what I mean? Calvin Kattar.
Again, what's he... But these are dudes. But the guys he's fighting, these are other stand-up guys where they respect the power. He's not coming in here respecting Jackson's power. He's just trying not to get taken down. But on the feet...
Which is probably going to happen. He's got a 40% takedown defense in his last 5.
But on the feet, he's going to, like, no. He is worlds above here. And I think he'll... And, dude, his power, like, Ige really does have... Again, he's not knocking out, like, the cream of the crop. Or is the matcha... Sorry, matcha. Cream of the crop. Yeah, the cream of the crop. Cup of coffee in the big time. No, I think Ige will eventually find the kill shot here, probably round 2, but round 3, man, Jackson's gonna be fucking gassed, dude. I love Ige as a live bet. I love Ige round 3. I don't think Ige is gonna be high owned, which makes him so much more appealing to me because I think a win for him, he probably gets to 100 some points.
I don't know. A lot of people are him. Right now he's higher owned than Jackson is.
Really?
Yeah. 26 to 24.
Sorry, I never buttoned my pants from the bathroom. And I have this weird thing where like I'm on the last notch of my belt. Like I've lost weight, but my stomach still isn't like attracting the whammons. So I don't know what to fucking do, dude. Like my waist is getting smaller, but my stomach's still like disgraceful.
I don't know.
Look, for 45, I'm like hella good looking.
There you go.
For 40 for 42, I'm ugly some bitch. But for 45, I'm great, dude.
Exactly. There's a difference.
For 60, hello, ladies.
Well, let's finish this one up, Lou. Sean Strickland, $7,700 going against Nasruddin Imavov. I was all over the Strickland side for DraftKings. It's great possible value. I don't think Strickland's going to win. I think about it more and more. I like Imavov here. Maybe not so much for DraftKings, but I like him for cash. As of now, this fight is the highest projected ownership at 76%. I'd love an explanation of that. I have no idea. Sean Strickland's at 41% owned. Imavov is at 35% ownership. Why? I mean, just because it's a main event, that's insane. Imavov averages like 2.6 points a minute, 84 per win. He's made optimal twice, hasn't even scored 100 points. I don't know what everyone is over here talking about. So give me Imavov for the win. I think this will be an entertaining fight. Sean Strickland, late notice, I don't like for Strickland. And he didn't even, I thought he was going to be the bigger guy. He did not look like the bigger guy standing next to Imavov. So give me Imavov, and I'm going to fade this fight as a whole, to be honest. I'll probably have more Imavov than, well, maybe not. Maybe about the same, but well under 40% for both guys.
I want you to sign off and get out because I just got your message.
Oh, right on. Yeah,
I'll take us on.
Lou's gonna finish this up. I'm gonna get on out of here. Guys, I will see you next week as usual. I hope you enjoy the fight. So enjoy, and we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks, Lou.
Get lost, son. Okay, so I will finish it off. I know Monk has some stuff to deal with. I like the overs in this fight a lot. I think you ladder them over 3.5, over 4.5. I don't see a finish either way. Strickland's like weirdly tough. I don't care. He could have like, they could have given Strickland this fight yesterday and he's still like just, I don't want to use the term, but it rhymes with like Mesard strength. Strickland just doesn't care. His cardio is like fine. I don't think Imamov's going to have the same cardio concerns that he had against Buckley. I know it was a bad look, but like he's been training for a 5-round fight. Like obviously, and he's a smart dude. I think they pinpointed like this is an issue. So I think that this fight's going to go. It's going to go the distance, but like over 3.5 is cheap. Over 4.5 is even cheaper. Ladder it. As far as DFS goes, I like Strickland at the salary. I don't think you could play Imamov because Imamov's not getting to finish. And unless he gets like 100-some strikes, he's probably not like really paying off a salary. But Strickland in a decision win is going to get 100-some points. It means he threw 100-some strikes. And he's cheap at 7,700. So I like Strickland. And that's it. So I'm going to sign off. If you haven't liked the video, please hit like. I'm just going to say go support other content creators in the space. A lot of us do a lot of good work. And it's hard work, man. Like this is year 2 for me. This is our 40th show. I'm just learning. Like, dude, I'm like, I'll be on fucking YouTube, like you bitches. Like I could be PewDiePie. And then the next thing I know is I'm like, man, it's a lot of tape study. And then I'm doing like football shows, doing soccer shows. I'm like, fuck, this is way more work than I thought. Like I can bullshit through it, but like I want to, if you're gonna be legitimate, if people want to take your advice, like you have to like literally do the work. And the people in the space, I'm not going to name names, but like a lot of people that are reputable in the space, like the work they put in is a lot. So imagine doing it for 3 sports. It's like fucking crazy. But we're very grateful for like all of you guys. It's first card of the year. Like I wish all of us the best. And I'm just going to say this now that Monk is off the air. I don't know if he's going to watch this back. As we mentioned at the beginning of the show, Monk is going to accept an opportunity with Kyle Marley to work for the Kill Shot podcast for DFS Army. I can sit here and tell you all the time, I'm rooting for this guy. I wish the best. And most of the time I'm completely lying. Like it's a bullshit comment. As far as Monk goes, like literally all I want is that motherfucker's success. Like he is my brother. He is one of my favorite people I've ever met. And I'm old as shit. I'm telling you, he's one of my favorite people I've ever met in my life. I wish Monk nothing but the best with that venture. I don't know long-term how it will affect the happy hour. I'm just going to say that right now. I do not know how life is going to turn out. I will keep the show afloat because I feel like it's important for our channel. And also, there's nothing better for me than having a few beers at the bar and then coming on YouTube and rapping at you fools. So the show will be kept alive. If it's Monk and I every week going forward, that's optimal. If it's not, I'm sure Monk will be on. I can rotate guests. In fact, I'll probably leave that up to you guys, the viewers, to tell me what you want to do for the show because I realize that, like, look, you probably already have your bets in at this point. Like, we try to make the show fun and lighthearted and like last minute shit, especially for DFS. But like, I know my place in the pecking order here, man. Like, I'm just here to entertain you guys. So whatever you guys as fans want this show to be, I want it to be for you. Like it's for you guys and it's for me because I have fun doing it. So we'll address that when we have to. Whatever happens with Monk, he is like my fucking brother, and him Brody and Wheezy are like legit my family. They are the best human beings I know. And Gordo's my son, but they're my family, and like I want nothing but the best for the three of them. So whatever ventures come their way, like we decided from the jump, any way you can make money, go make it. I want nothing but the best for Monk if in fact he has to leave this down the road. Doesn't mean he can, and I even told him now he can be a guest in the prop show. Now I'll finally have him on the fucking prop show with me. Good luck on your bets. If you guys ever like just want to fucking spitball with me or you have ideas, I'm accessible on Twitter. I always try to be like one of the friendliest dudes. Hit me up, man. Follow me on Lou Betya if you haven't already. If you're watching this, you're not following me. I'm shocked because we don't have like a huge audience. So like you're probably following me. Good luck on your bets. Good luck on DFS. And I don't have a sign off line other than that, except I have a couple of free beers waiting for me across the street. I'm going to go drink them. And Trip Denton, I got him my way to the show for you, my brother. I'll see you soon one day. Good night, guys.